get to see the great sword, and I was going to say I wanted Bagus to win, but then he teased me and didn't pick Magyar. So now I'm back on eXoofed side.
Oh, okay. I figured the Mako would keep that one kind of in your heart. But on the other side, eXoofed not playing the Bryn instead over to the Kai. You can kind of see that carry over to the picks that we expected out of them. But instead, you're seeing them bring out a little bit of newness because, again, it is the World Championship stage.
This is awesome to see these guys. Exactly what Taza said. Like, I don't know what's going on with these guys' play styles or anything. I like the character picks because we're getting two characters that aren't represented all the time in the 1v1 space. But I don't know what they're capable of, and I want to see if they're going to be aggressive on the off stage. I want to see if they're going to be putting together wild combos I've never seen. Like, just to get to learn them as they go.
I mean, when you're a relative unknown, this is probably the best place possible to come out and make a name for yourself. And right now, Bagus trying to do so as he's built up a pretty nice amount of damage onto eXoofed. But eXoofed with the falling there, going to give himself some stage control, but he can't keep it going.
And he's doing a great job. Look at that. Gonna get hit by the weapon, dodges, and goes into the gravity cancel a little late for the downlight. And now he's got a scary situation. Nice. Gets that forward Rekka with that great sword and gets the first stock. That thing slaps when you hit that second part, man.
I mean, that one worked really well for Bagus too, because he whiffed the neutral opener and then just went side-side for the side finisher and getting that extra dump of force on that finisher. Not able to get the hit there as eXoofed does dodge away, but Bagus, this is one of those things, right? You have something like the greatsword. The more your opponent does those same dodges, the more they're going to get caught into the blender.
Yeah, on defense, you got to play a little bit more guessy with your dodges because if you keep letting him collect data, oh my gosh! If you don't talk to him, you're gone! Get him out of here, Bagus! Talk to that man!
He's about to go into this one with a 3-stock as he is looking so good. He just needs to get the read. eXoofed! He's seeing ghosts, throws out an N-sig to the left side. The tournament nerves are getting to him. This is arguably the biggest stage that he has played on.
I think he was striking at the Ghost of Greatsword pass, you know what I'm saying? But either way it goes, right now, he does not know what to do with this thing. He's dodging in place. He's trying to dodge away. No, all these dodges are not working. And if they work, it's because Bagus is kind of like slide canceling a little too late. Oh my gosh!
He went for extra. He went for 2 resets there. He's going for style because he wants that 3-stock. He has eXoofed in the red. He just needs to finish it.
Oh my gosh. When he's got him down on the plat with him, he is dancing and romancing with that great sword.
No 3-stock though. Instead, eXoofed with that falling spear ground pound. Gonna clean that one up. Bagus though, all he needs is an uppercut and he might be able to put this one away as eXoofed gets a nice double down line.
I like that. You know what, eXoofed, get something going here. Get a little bit of damage on it. Show him that you need to. He needs to respect you. But the disrespect from that reset from the great sword into the banger hit. Man, that weapon, you can't tell me. I had somebody telling me yesterday when I was messing with that little tier list out there.
Yeah.
They said that the great sword was boring. Wait a second, that was Remy. He said the great sword's boring. That weapon is amazing.
Man, when greatsword is on, and it is looking good, and Bagus's greatsword is looking good. As he finishes that one off, again, those resets, you'll love to see it, where you open up, you get the opener, go to the bridge, and then you dash out, cancel it out, and go for a reset into another opener, bridge, closer, for just all of that damage.
The weapon, like, I'm a traditional fighting game player, and that weapon just looks like the mix and the pressure that you get when you're watching a 2D fighter, right? So it's kind of like an anime fighter, because those have like really high pressures and more buttons being pressed. It's really, really cool looking.
Very technical weapon is Bagus over to the guitars this time. I mean, still on the Mako, but he's playing a little bit more guitar play, and that was a fantastic gravity cancel downlight to open this one up.
Yeah, I like that he's switching over and he's going to show what his guitars have, right? It's the mix-up. It's the no mix-up mix-up. You think you're going to get more greatsword, he goes over to the other weapon and fights you with the one that you may be more familiar with, but you were used to him tearing you to shreds with the greatsword.
I mean, he does all that work in game 1 with the greatsword. Now game 2, he's like, hey, this is a 2-weapon game. I got a whole other thing you have not seen yet. But the GC side sig from eXoofed catches Bagus off guard, almost gets him that opening stock. The end sig will do it for eXoofed.
I like to see this. Nobody wants to watch competition and watch somebody get smacked out, right? So I love that eXoofed is getting some stuff going here and has a lead, showing that this is somebody to be reckoned with.
Right, Bagus needs to find a way to even up this stock count. The recovery will immediately get it. Bagus took a little bit of damage, but he's back to the greatsword.
Yeah, just a smidge. It was just a couple hits, so it's nothing for him to be worried about. He's still trying to look for these reads. I'm ready for one of these. One of these reads are going to be insane. He's going to clip. I guarantee he's going to get like one of those double reads where you shing, shing, come back, think, think, and then get the closeout. Oh my gosh, it's going to be lovely.
Well, all of that relies on him reading eXoofed's dodges, and so far, eXoofed is doing a fantastic job of mixing it up. The spot dodge, the dodge out, the dodge in as well, keeping Bagus on his toes, making it so that he can't go for the full combo.
Oh yeah,
there it is.
Talk to him. See, okay, but I will say, like you said, eXoofed is dodging way better than the first game. There was a lot more hits happening, and he's decided he wants to play a little bit more aerial and make it harder for him to catch those side lights and down lights with the greatsword to start these combos.
Yeah, I mean, it limits the options that you have if you're in the air, but that's the spot dodge, and that is the combo coming out from Bagus. This time finishing it off with the down finisher. Whoa! Goes in with the down bridge, but he couldn't get more.
That could have been dangerous. Nice! I like that conversion off of a gravity cancel. That was really, really nice from eXoofed. They're going to take another lead here, so let's see if he can get more extra credit this time. The last time he got snuffed out pretty fast.
Yeah, he's just maintaining this slight lead, this game of inches over Bagus. The weapon spawn on the left side, but Bagus denies it. That was a burn dodge. Bagus can't capitalize the recovery. Again, just looking like a repeat of those second stocks.
Yeah, super fast once again, barely got touched, and we have an even game to close this one out. This is still best 2 out of 3, so you only have this one game. eXoofed better get something going here before this greatsword ends his run in the winter side.
That was a burn dodge. Great recognition from Bagus. eXoofed has to be careful about those dodges in neutral, as eXoofed is just getting slapped around now.
Yeah, he's definitely getting red almost every time he gets touched. He just let the whole thing rock that time, had the read on him. He's like, you're not going to dodge. I'm just going to let it go. That's one of the benefits.
Oh!
I thought he was toast. I cannot believe he made it back.
I saw the sweat beads, but it doesn't matter. Bagus finishes it off. A clean 2-0 for the Mako.
That was a good showing. I'm not going to lie. I still wish it was Magyar, but good stuff to Bagus coming away with that dub.
And it's so interesting because it was just like raw greatsword fundamentals. You saw maybe that one down sig at the very end on the greatsword. You saw a little bit of guitar play too, which looked solid. But for the most part, it's just like, you're just a really good greatsword player.
Exactly, I agree. He really was not using the signatures, which I think Mako has really good signatures. Didn't really see much of them at all. Had that slide off, but it didn't really land. And that's the one. That's the only one I think we saw.
Yeah, I mean, he really kept those signatures in the back pocket. It was such fantastic fundamentals. Again, good air game, good ground game. 2 signatures thrown out, 0% accuracy.
Yeah, and I mean, look at these numbers. We had a good time talking about that one, but Sheepy, what did you guys think about that?
I am looking at these stats here and thinking about how Twitch chat was super right in their predictions, and I'm thinking about what we said on the desk here. Well, you said eXoofed, Taza, and then TK, I think, went for Bagus here.
Although at the end we were both kind of like, we were basing it off the legends that we saw, but there was still that crossover, right? We still have the spear from eXoofed going on the Kaya and the greatsword for Bagus on the Mako. And yeah, Bagus, we're going to be seeing that PR go a lot higher there because that is a considerable upset for him over eXoofed here in this MPCX.
Yeah, I mean 618, but like what almost opened it with a 3 stock was pretty insane, man. Like, you know, coming in from that, as you said, we did get we get mixed on the characters. Didn't get to see the hammer, you know, big sad. But next time, like Bagus though really got that greatsword looking like his pre-patch, man. Like that's how he was playing for sure. I think Remy is indeed wrong about the greatsword. It's a wonderful weapon. and thinking about it as I was watching, I was like, Mako's really a pressure character.